just wanna make it out streets on my kick back, ain't sipping on mine no more. I pull it from the 8 to 8, can't take every day, and that's since the fucking day that I was born. I got designer up on my clothes, came out the mud if you ain't fucking know. Been having trips since I was a little bro.
So let's go on to songs in the vault. You have a new one with what, Scott Damage and shit?
Yeah, Scott Damage.
Tell me about that.
So it's called Energy Head. It's one of my favorite projects of right now. It's one of those songs that just get you energetic, get you jumping. You can give your energy to it, whether you're mad, sad, happy, whatever. Scott definitely blessed that joint with his verse. My verse is one of my favorite verses I've wrote in the last year and a half. It's a fun track, so go listen to it.
Oh yeah. Any other songs that's on release and shit that you have in the vault?
Right now I'm about to drop this EP in a few weeks. I'm shooting for September 3rd. So that's what my date is right now to drop it. That's pretty much all I got sitting in the vault. Besides, I got a bunch of Sick Mind stuff. Me and my group, we got a lot of stuff that's brewing right now. So.
Yeah. Do you with your project coming out, is there a meaning behind it, or is it just a collection of songs that you have?
It's actually a meaning behind it. The way it's structured is a meaning to it. From the first song to the last song is basically my journey from the last year, you know what I mean? Because last year I've been going through a lot of ups and downs, dealing with a lot of shit, past relationships, exes, you know what I mean, court, probation. So I've been dealing with a lot of shit in the last year. So it's pretty much my energy from the last year put in a song form, you know what I mean? And it's in chronological order. From first song to last song is my wave, you know what I'm saying? By the last song, you see how I came out like a phoenix, you know what I mean?
Damn, that's dope. I actually like shit that has a meaning, especially projects and shit.
Right.
So, yeah, bro, I fuck with that. So, with COVID and shit going on, and you was talking about, or we was just talking about shows and shit. Do you have any shows that you would like to perform at after COVID, is over with and shit?
Honestly, the main thing I'm really looking forward to place I'm performing to perform is Cars and Bars, actually. I can't wait to actually jump around that little pit, you know what I mean, with a bunch of motherfuckers in there, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're actually creating a lot of buzz. I feel I see a lot of people fucking with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've actually heard, he's he has cheap prices and shit. So
yeah, he got really good prices. He's not one of those mechanics that's out here raping people.
Exactly, bro. I fuck with it. I definitely
And he's a G. Let me tell you, man. One time I came to this dude, man. I needed brake work done on a '92 Honda I had, and when he took my brakes off, my caliper was out so bad. I thought I was gonna need new calipers. This was about to be $90 a caliper, I think they was, or some shit like that. And he took this tool that he had and pushed that motherfucker back in, and saved me about $300.
Damn, that's dope.
He is that he that man. If he can find a solution for you that won't cost you money, he'll find it.
That's dope to have somebody like that, because a lot of mechanics, they're gonna find every little way to rip you off.
Yeah,
so to have somebody that's that honest and shit is really dope. I guess that's why so many people fucking with him.
Hell yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah, that's dope. So obviously you don't have any music videos out, do you?
I don't.
All right. So when do you plan on having a music video done, or do you plan on it?
I'm planning on starting to work on a music video actually soon. Shout out to Gap 2 Jeff. That's who I'm gonna be working with.
Oh yeah.
He just waiting on me. He been ready. He just waiting on me. I just had to get a few things in order first. But I'm actually gonna, start shooting for that probably next week.
Hell yeah. So is it gonna be or is it gonna be of a song from the project, or is
it's
gonna
be a song from the project?
Hell yeah.
And I'm recording 2 videos for 2 of the songs on the projects. He's gonna do one of them. My homie Chris Tripp gonna do the other one.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
So are you gonna release those music videos before the project, or are you gonna release the project and the music videos at the same time?
I'm gonna release the project first, probably, and I'll release the videos later on.
Okay, yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, Gap 2 Jeff, he done my intro videos, the channel and shit.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, bro, he's really good with the camera and shit. I fuck with him, and he don't don't charge like that much. Like honestly, I paid him like what $60 just for like a whole day because I went to Hickory with him and shit. And we just like shot like a little vlog.
Right.
So it really wasn't like that bad and shit. So.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those dudes who you can tell he does what he loves, and he does it because he wants to give people opportunities that other people are trying to rip them off for. So
Exactly.
definitely shout out to him.
Exactly, and he actually just got like a new studio with like he has like a green screen and everything set up and shit. So like he's definitely like moving up and shit.
Oh hell yeah! Shout out to Gap 2 Jeff.
Shout out to him, bro. So what's your next goal in music?
My next goal in music is I already started a little bit, but I'm working on my next project. Also working on a group project with my group Sick Minds Designs. But my next project is going to be one that is really personal for me because it's going to be strictly aimed at the climate of the world right now. Things that's going on, the stuff with Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, the protests, systematic racism. It's going to be basically a whole project dedicated to that type of climate and environment. And it's going to be called The People's Champ. So.
Oh yeah. So is that going to be like a single or is that
like
a project?
It's going to be a mixtape, full-blown mixtape. I'm planning on 13 songs on it. There's going to be some features on it too this time.
Oh yeah. So is that the project that's coming out or is that the Sick Minds?
That's going to be my project after this project.
Oh okay.
So it's going. Oh okay. My project right now is called Rock Solid Volume 1. That's the project I'm about to drop. It's an EP. It's 4 songs. Oh, yeah. After that, I'm simultaneously working on my next solo project, which will be the mixtape and the Sick Minds mixtape at the same time. Oh, okay. Whichever one get finished first, so go get put out first. If they get finished together, they'll get put out together. But it's basically however timing, matches up.
Oh yeah, are you like the one to like release your music as soon as it's made or like?
I used to be, but now I'm getting into holding stuff. Just because I'm trying to start dropping more projects than singles. I'm gonna still drop at least like 3 or 4 singles a year, but I'm trying to mix that in with dropping like 2 or 3 projects a year also.
Oh yeah, do you? I know like some artists are like this, but like, do you believe in dropping like some songs and then like gathering them up and like putting them into like a mixtape like?
No, if I drop it, it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Oh yeah.
If I drop it, it's off the table.
Oh yeah. So
only song that I re-released was Mandingo Fights, and that was only because of the message of the song. It was that powerful.
Oh really? Damn. So what's your future looking like in 5 years?
My future right now is looking like in 5 years I'm hoping to come out with a clothing line, have my brand at a point where it's growing to be a household name. And just more success, man.
Oh yeah. So like I noticed Scott Damage and General Christ have like their clothing line. Like, are you involved in it or anything, or is that like? Because I know they're involved with Sick Minds, right?
Right. Yeah. This is pretty much like a family. Sick Minds, Butcher Kids, Underworld.
Oh yeah. So it's like the whole group's like.
Yeah, it's like a big ass family. So.
Hell yeah.
But I'm not personally involved with the stuff that they're doing with their clothing brands. I get a lot of my knowledge and information from Scott. As he learns it, he passes it on to me. So
that's good.
I'm probably gonna be getting with him and learning the LLC and everything with that. Get my LLC. So whenever you see Scott do something, just expect me to be behind him because I'm pretty much like taking my notes off of
it. He's basically like the leader. Like he does the shit and then he'll pass the information on you. And
like a lot of people be scared to be a follower sometimes, but shit, every great leader was a follower sometimes.
Facts, yeah,
so,
bro.
I'm not afraid to follow, to learn, So,
yeah,
if you see him doing something, expect me to be right behind him on it.
Oh, yeah, that's dope. So, with that being said, who would your inspirations be?
My inspirations are, one of my biggest inspirations is Nipsey, just because of what he would manage to do, when it comes to being independent. Like, he opened up a door for independent artists to get generational wealth. Notice I didn't say rich because that shouldn't be your focus just to get rich. Exactly. He opened up the door for us to build generational wealth for ourselves. He spoke a lot of knowledge, a lot of street knowledge and a lot of political knowledge. And I respect what he did like a lot, man. He was definitely he definitely earned that GOAT title that people throw around so loosely. You know what I
So
mean?
while we're on the topic with Nipsey, did his like death like affect you anyway?
Yeah, it did. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those people who listened to Nipsey after he passed away. I knew who he was. I followed his business acclimates more than his music. I started listening to his music after he passed away, but it affected me just because it happened to him in his own neighborhood. You know what I mean? I'm a
Exactly.
street dude, so I feel how much of a hurt piece that is. You know what I mean? To be killed in the same hood that you give back to every day, like that's something that can be traumatizing depending on what life you in. You know what I mean? And that's something that really, that's why I don't really hang around in the hood no more. You know what I mean? I try to stay away from it as much as I love it. You know what I mean? It's just not too much in the streets no more that's beneficial for it. So
That's good.
that definitely opened my eyes to the fact that, you know what I mean, you can build your neighborhood and not live in it. You feel me? Like, you don't have to stay in your neighborhood to build it up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
A lot of people don't think like that. They think if you leave your hood, or you sell out. Like, that's not true. You can leave your hood and still help build it up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
cause like most people like they still like rep their hood, like you know.
Like Meek don't live in Philly.
Exactly.
I mean, he got a house in Philly, but that shit is not in the hood. And if you really think he got a house in the hood, man, come on, man.
Exactly. Like you know, you get like you're so much of a target. Like
Yeah,
when you
like
do that.
he got a house in, I think, in California, and I think he got a house in Ben Salem or some shit like that, whatever. But he don't live in the hood. He be in the hood, yeah. But you know what I mean? When he go home and sleep at night, he in a nice ass neighborhood, like.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, he still come out. He still give jackets to kids during school year. He still go to Strawberry Mansion, do all he do. You know what I mean? So you ain't gotta live in your hood to build your hood up.
Exactly, bro. At least you just gotta like what mainly like stay like connected to it. Basically.
Yeah, you just gotta matter. You gotta do something that means something. You know what I mean?
So with that being said, what makes you you?
What makes me me is I'm unfiltered. I'm always original. I'm as real as you can possibly imagine. Even when it's, you know what I mean, it don't make me look good. I have no choice but to be real. You know what I mean? I learned that from being around a lot of real dudes.
I feel like being like real is like, you know, big in like Philly and like New York City and shit.
I mean you got clowns and lames everywhere.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know what I mean? For the most part, you know what I mean?
They rep like being real and shit.
Yeah, like I grew up around men, you know what I mean? Like I was raised in an era where being a real man was a thing, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays it's not. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? One very concept that I'm very like connected to is one from that I got from Styles P, and that's to be a gangster and a gentleman. You know what I mean? My mom taught me that.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me for my whole life.
Tell us about that. Go deeper into that.
I mean, a gangster and a gentleman is self-explanatory. Like, a real gangster is a gentleman. You're not gangster because you run around toting pistols, drinking lean, shooting people, shooting dice. That don't make you gangster. Man, what make you gangster is being somebody who garners so much respect that nobody will try you or your family. What makes you gangster is, you know what I mean, providing for your family. What makes you gangster is the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's how dudes used to move, you know what I mean? Like, I hold the door for my chick. You feel me? Like, I hold the door for my chick. I lay my jacket over a puddle so she could walk over it, but at the same time, I shoot you in your face.
Exactly, bro. Hell yeah. I fuck with that. So, what would your message to the youth be?
My message to the youth would be, get more morals. Like, this generation has no morals, no codes, no ethics. They don't have none of that we grew up on, and that's what's killing us. Like, it ain't black on black crime. It's no morals. It's no respect. It's not taught in households no more. Like, where I was raised at, if you walked to somebody's house, you spoke to everybody in that house, and if you didn't, you got cussed out. You know what I'm saying? I was raised on, if you need to say something to your mom and she talking, you say, "Excuse me, ma'am." You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just butt in a conversation. Like, respect, loyalty, morals, like, that needs to be taught in these homes. So these kids learn that, man. Like,
Exactly.
get you a role model who ain't somebody out here wilding, like, what's his name? NBA Youngboy. Like, that shouldn't be your role model. And I don't know how he is dudes that's 40 years old role model. Like, get you a role model who was a real role model. Get some morals about yourself, some respect, some self-respect. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly, bro. So, with that being said, you got any shout outs before you close out the interview?
Yeah, let me shout out, definitely got to shout out Snoopy, shout out my team, Sick Minds Designs, shout out my homie Prince Tripp, who was the one who produced this EP, Rock Solid Volume 1. Shout out my homie Darius Hill, who did the artwork. Shout out my mom, where she at, rest in peace. Shout out my brothers, my family, my sister, niece, my whole family, my kids, you know what I'm saying? You see what I mean?
Hell yeah. Well, shit, I guess with that being said, I guess we're done with the interview. Don't forget to follow Rokkstar Sheet on Instagram at, what's your
Rokkstar
at?
Sheet, ROKKSTARSHEED. Y'all can find me on everything from that name. Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, everything.
Oh yeah, go fuck with him, and also go fuck with the Vision on all social medias down in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe on this video, and yeah, y'all be safe, don't get the Rona. Peace.
He ain't no killer, fuck you talking about. We pull that thing and we gon' spark it out. Bad bitch with a big ol' fat ass by the bag, even she about to chalk it out. One more time, he ain't no killer, fuck you talking about. We pull that thing and we gon' spark it out. Bad bitch with a big ol' fat ass by the bag, even she about to chalk it out.